Hi, I'm Tash from Heart and Design. Here on my channel I hope to provide a safe space for everyone to learn art, no matter what stage you are at. Yes, that includes you. I appreciate you for clicking through and welcome to the Heart Tribe. Please subscribe, like, comment or share if you haven't already. It's much appreciated and helps for YouTube to pick me up and show me in front of other newbie artists. Today we are going to use colour pencil to colour in this lollipop drawing that you can see up here. Things you'll need, so you'll just need some drawing paper. You'll need to have already drawn the image, which I'm quickly going to do now for you. I'm just going to go off screen. You'll also need an eraser. It might be helpful for this to have what's called a burnisher and a blender, because I'm going to show you how to make your colouring pencils appear much smoother and more vibrant as you colour them in. And then we've got the liner pen to outline it at the end. So this is what they look like. That's a burnisher and that's a blender. Okay, I'll show you as we go along. So I'm just going to pull off some of the pencil that I've just drawn on so that it's not too deeply ingrained into the paper. And I'm using a kneadable eraser for this one. It's usually the best for just picking up the extra pencil, whereas sometimes a normal rubber eraser can pull off a lot and it disappears completely. Right, just going to have a quick drink. So, I'm going to start with my browns. What I've done is I've just gone through my colours. This is from other tutorials as well, and I picked out whatever I thought was best by comparing to the picture, okay, from what I had. Now you just use whatever browns you've got, okay, so if you've just got a pack of 12 pencils or 24, just use the browns you've got. It really doesn't matter. I have Castle Arts, it's the 120 set, because I knew I wanted to teach, so I thought I'd better get them all the right colours in. Now all we're going to do is put one first layer of pencil down. Okay, so just press quite lightly and colour in the lighter brown of your ice lolly sticks. Okay, so we'll do that first. Now I'm holding the pencil sort of halfway down, not right at the tip, because I don't want anything too detailed. I want it just to be patchy like that. Then I'm going to get the other brown, and that's where I'm going to start using the darker brown just to shade in the side of the lollipop. Okay, ice lolly, lollipop, whatever you want to call them. And then we'll leave that. So then I'm going to go to do my first pass of the actual ice lollies themselves. So I've got a really nice kind of yellowy orange colour that I've chosen. So I'm going to do that first. Just making sure it's in view of my other camera. There we are. Okay. So again, I'm holding the pencil further away. I don't want to have streaky effects by going up and down. So it's kind of long circular movements. I'm just going up and down, but making it curvy whilst I'm doing it, because that way you don't see any streaks or lines of where you've coloured. And when you're going into the corners, just make those circles smaller. But that way, because colouring pencils is one of the longest medium of art that you can use, that as in they take the longest, you get a lot of space covered in a quick amount of time, and that's what you want, because you want to enjoy the process. You don't want it to be long and dull and boring, just filling in the space. Okay. So then I'm going to go in with the slightly darker orange and just put a bit of shading in there. For my first level, you can always add more later, just a little bit in the corner there. Then I'm going to go in to do the other lollipop, ice lolly, and I'm going to do, I haven't actually drawn the lines in, but it doesn't matter. So I've drawn it in with the pencil itself, and I can always draw it in again later when we do the outline. Now with the outline, you don't have to add the outline. If you're doing a piece of artwork, you would never do that, but this is more of an illustration drawing. We're learning, so with illustrations I quite like to actually draw in Now we need this one next, the slightly orange yellow. Again, I'm trying to go in all directions when I colour. I don't want to see any streaks or lines to show how I've coloured it in. I don't want you to see that, okay? But when we blend in a minute, you won't see that anyway, okay? Now we need the next level, going in. Now it's quite a dark orange. I'm finding it difficult not to show the streaks with this. The pigment's coming off quite quickly and quite easily, so if it does that, just go lighter, just press lighter. And then I've got my red at the top for my first layer of red. There we go. Rocket lollies. My boys love well, used to love rocket lollies when they were little. Okay, going in now with the lighter pink. Our mini milks that the babies love. Again, it's one big space, so I'm just trying to get as much pigment of that colour down. Then a darker pink just to give it some shadow there. And what I forgot to do was to do the same on this one here. Okay, so we're now going to go in with the blender, as I told you about at the beginning. The blender will do as it says. It will blend in the pigment into each other and kind of fill in. You can see I've done the top and not the bottom. We'll fill in the gaps between the teeth of the paper and we'll blend the colour together. So if you have put two colours down like I had there, it will blend them in more. Then we're coming down to here and you'll see it do the same. It will mix that brown in with the other brown, and it will also blend in to the teeth of the paper more to give a smoother look rather than that textured look where you can see the pencil. You can see the difference between that and that, can't you? So it really does make a difference. So we'll do all of the sticks, seeing as how I'm down that way. We'll do those. There. Okay, so now we're going in and we're going to do the colours of the middle lollipop and work our way down. And what I think would be quite nice is actually to blend the colours down into each other. It's fine if they come down a little bit so that we don't get those perfect edges and you can see a mix. You can just see how the blender really works. If I can teach you any tip about using coloured pencils for illustration, it's use your blender. It really does make a difference. Okay, so yeah, two lollies that have been blended, one that hasn't, and you can see the difference. So going in now on the mini milk ice lolly. And then you can come back and think, right, I need some more pigment here or there, and go in and add more. So where is the yellow? Is that the yellow I used for the ice lolly? No, that's the next one up. I appear to have lost the yellow. No, I think that's right. Yeah. So I'm going in and just filling in a little bit more where I felt it needed it, where I can see it quite close up. You might not be able to see on camera, but I can just still see. If I can see a lot of the white paper, then I've still got some pigment to get down in those different areas, so I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to come in here as well and just get rid of any more white bits. The aim really is to just completely cover that part of your paper and not to have any of that white showing through. So again, just laying some pigment down on that colour, and then we go over it and blend again. And then you can also burnish at the end, which is a process that kind of, oh, is that the red? No. Which is a process that kind of just pushes the pigment in together and seals it almost. It's almost like a sealer. And then come in with the red at the top. It's looking great. So I still feel as though this colour here is a bit patchy, so I'm going to go over that again. So just keep going over as many times as you need to, as many times as the paper will let you, until you are happy with what you've got. So what I want to do is kind of blend that out a bit, because it was quite, I think I went one layer, one colour too dark on that, and here I don't think I've put enough down. There we go. Right, so I'm going over the pink again, because that really is quite patchy. It's got quite a lot of white on there. There we are. And now I'm just going to do that little bit shady bit at the bottom. There we go. I think that's going to be enough, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to blend it in, see how I feel, see if there's any white left. Just keep going in and checking and looking until you're happy with it, really. No, I still want some more. And to fill it in more, I'm going in sort of smaller circles on the areas where I want it. I think I'm happy with that now. Okay, so we're pretty much there, but I do need to go over and blend in all of them, because I have just put extra pencil down on all of them. So we don't really want to see the pencil marks where we've drawn, which is what the blender is for. Okay. And I'm just going to go over the whole thing here in one, because that will kind of make it feel like it's in one as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go over this in one. Now be careful, like then I just had some orange stuck on it. You don't really want to get your colours mixed. I mean, it doesn't tend to stay, so it's fine, but there, all done. Now you, at this point, you can if you want to, but you don't if you don't want to. You can burnish, which is kind of like what we've been doing, but what it does is it really kind of seals it and smooths it out, and seals it in place. So that's the when you've done your final layer. Okay, this doesn't blend, it just, you'll feel it rather than see it, and it will just kind of seal it in place. Okay, I'm doing that quite quickly just to show you. Now you can if you want to, you don't if you don't have to. It's totally up to you, depends what you're going to use your picture for. You might leave it like that if it's in your sketchbook, but I'm going to go all the way over mine where I've drawn, but I'm going to go over with a liner pen. So that's the final touch really, but as I said, you don't have to do that, just if you want to. It kind of just makes it pop a little bit. Okay, going around here and up. Now the problem with burnishing and blending is it really smooths out the pigment, and it can be difficult then to get the pen on. It kind of slides across it. So just take your time and press down as hard as you can when you need to. Okay, so I'm just going to move it that way slightly just to finish off. Coming round. Again, the burnishing has smoothed it out quite a lot. It's making it very difficult for my pen to go down, but I still do like to try. I like the look of it. There we are. Okay, and then we'll do our other handle, and we are done. Now what you can do if you want to also is to draw the stripes in, but this is all decisions that you can make for yourself. Yeah, you don't have to do exactly how I've done it, you just do it how you wanted it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It's part of the summer theme pack on my Chameleon page, heartanddesign.org.uk/pages/chameleon, and on there I have downloadables as well as other videos in different mediums for you to paint and colour this drawing. So it'd be lovely if you could join me over there. If not, keep following me along and subscribe for new releases. this is the first pack that I've released, the summer pack, and I will be adding to it all the time. Okay, thanks for joining me and have a great day.